What's up YouTube? My name is Image Bro. For this video, I got a question. Do you like anime? Do you like it in the fall season? I hope you do. Because this October, oh man, this fall season is going to be insane. We know UtaPri is coming out. We've got the new season of Bungo Stray Dogs coming out. We have All Out coming out. We have the third season of Haiku dropping. Magic Kion Renaissance, as it was announced, comes out in October. You know what else comes out in October now, though? Yuri on Ice. I did a while back a first impressions video on that, on the trailer, which is one of my more successful videos on this channel to date. If y'all want to go check that out, please do. And I've been wondering, when are they going to drop this anime? I thought maybe they would wait until the winter. No. Here's what they decided on. They're going to drop it in October. Yeah. So now, what we've got is a situation where you have your most competitive October, I think, yet. And you have to understand, the way I always have looked at October for the most part, you may sprinkle it with one or two blockbusters, but you don't really devote it to that. You just don't. What you do is, you put, like I said, the one or two blockbusters. You may put some in the spring, but you save them more or less for the summer. This year they said fuck it, and they just put a bunch of them at the end of the year. Alright. This is going to be an interesting situation now, and I think I've discussed in great detail the challenge that UtaPri is going to have being in October this year. It's now gotten even bigger though because of Yuri. Now you may sit there and say to yourself, why do you think that? Here's why. Yuri on Ice was one of those animes that when they dropped the trailer months ago now, okay, it was not it may or may not have been looked at as an anime that a lot of people wanted to watch. But when it went radio silent, kind of like this season of UtaPri did for the longest time, a lot of people were anxiously wondering, when is it coming out? So then, here it is, July 30th, it was July 29th when I read the news. We got the visual, we got the story, we have the release date, well, the release month, which is October. Ordinarily I would go over the story, but I'm actually going to save that for first impressions. If you want to find out about the story, I will drop the link down here in the description below. I am very interested in what is going to happen in about 2 months with the way the new anime season is going to shape up. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay? Listen to me carefully. Here's honestly what I'm going to tell you. We're looking at a season that I always go by the belief that anime is for everybody. Everybody can enjoy an anime no matter what. This is the season where if you're a sports fan, we got sports animes for you. If you're a fan of historical non-fiction fiction, well, there's one for you. We got that with Bungo. with BSD, Bungo Stray Dogs. If you're someone who likes music, we've got UtaPri. And Classicaloid, which is another one I haven't mentioned. But look, we've stacked it as best as we could, it seems. It seems almost like studios went to sleep for like the first half of the year. Then come the summer and now the fall, and they woke the hell up. It's amazing to me that this is going to happen. But now here's going to be the big one, I think. When the DVDs and the Blu-Rays come out in Japan for these different series, who's going to be the top dog? Can UtaPri, and I'm not trying to show my bias here, can UtaPri remain the top dog when you have all these other animes coming up that could potentially butt into their sales big time? Because let's not forget, we have, like I mentioned, Bungo Stray Dogs, All Out, the third season of Haiku, okay, Magic Kill and Renaissance, Classicaloid, all these animes that are coming up, Yuri on Ice, I think I may have mentioned, coming up. And whether or not people want to believe it or not, right now, even though it may not seem like it sales-wise, UtaPri is in a very weird class because I can't say it's a cut of everybody else, but it's become a series that has virtually become, pardon the pun, a legend. It's done things that you couldn't have seen coming when it started as an anime in 2011, and here is 2016. So where, on the whole, is this fall season going to shape out? Remember this also, before I forget, at least two of these animes are going to outlast everybody else because historically Haiku is a 25 episode season, and we know that All Out's going to be 25 episodes, which I am going to be watching. So I'm not saying that UtaPri's going to suck because it's not going to be as many episodes, but what I'm worried about is it's in a situation where if you make a list of the animes and you say to yourself, I'm only going to watch 3 to 5 of these, is UtaPri in that list? Is All Out in that list? Maybe. Is Yuri going to be on your radar? What anime premiering in October are you going to be sitting there going, God damn it, that's the number one what I want to see? That's going to be the big question. And it's interesting because here in the US, when professional wrestling airs, if it's on a Monday, the big thing is football, Monday Night Football. That usually can take a chunk out of the rating. Okay. So, there's that. And it's only it's really the one thing that goes head to head with pro wrestling. In the anime market, depending on the day these shows air, you're going to be competing potentially against an anime that could take a big chunk of your audience and you completely forget to go watch the other show. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, diehard reviewers, or diehard fans or reviewers like myself, we'll go and sit down, we'll watch 2 or 3 shows a day if they're on. I've done it. Do I think that this year that's going to be a detriment to certain fan bases? Depends on how they're aired here. What I mean is, between the time in Japan to the time here in the fall, once daylight savings takes effect, it's a 14-hour time zone difference. So, if you air a show at, say, 2 o'clock in the morning, Japan time, that's noon here. That's okay. If you air a show, though, and it's like at 3, 5 o'clock in the morning, here, that's a bit of a problem. Now, yes, because they're on streaming sites, you can go back and watch it any time. But if you were to look at maybe, and I don't know if there's a way to do it, if you could look at live numbers, people that actually watch the animes live versus, how do I say this? Versus, binge watching them, or what I like to call archive viewing, which is a term that they use in podcasting. That could be interesting. That's the thing I would want to be able to, if it was possible to get numbers like that, I would want to see. How many people watched the show around the time it first aired versus archives? Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe I botched it. But anyway, I'm going to be interested to see where UtaPri, I want to see where Stray Dogs, I want to see where All Out, I want to see where all these shows end up. By the time this entire fall-winter season shakes out, where do all these shows end up? And with UtaPri, I want to know this. After this season, again, I have to bring up UtaPri again. I want to see where UtaPri ends up, and I want to see if they do another season. If they do they attempt to do another winter season? That could be something very, very, very important. Who knows? Maybe the numbers for this particular season do so well, both on the ratings and a DVD sale. Maybe they do so well that we get a 5th season, and we're getting another October showing from the Princess of Song. But that's to be determined. Now, my question for you: what animes are you looking forward to in October? And now that we know when the date, or the month rather, for Yuri on Ice is, did that rearrange your schedule for the winter or for the fall season, or are you still steadfast with whatever you're going to be watching? Let me know down here. Until then, my friends, you take care, and I will talk to you all later.